Welcome everybody, this is Technical Tuesdays and we're now on volume 30, that's right, 30. Volume 30, that's 30 in-depth, high-quality, epic volumes of...
Great volumes
of straightforward technical analysis that works time and time again. So first of all, for the new viewers, because our subscriber count is in fact going through the ceiling at the moment, a little bit of background on Technical Tuesdays, because it's nearly approaching a year now. This is when me and Nat sat down together and thought, you know what can we do that's different and it's going to have an impact on other people, okay, which not a lot of people are doing on a consistent basis. So again, we put our heads together, and that's when we took the risk, because it was a risk, to actually come out here and start giving out these trade recommendations.
I was going to say, that's right, you know, we could have got them wrong, you know, every single week. Hell, we could have not even got one trade correct, but actually going back, before we actually did the Technical Tuesdays, before we started this week's, we actually went through and pulled out a folder, and we actually counted, because we always, you know, calculate every single trade that we do like a transaction, and we actually got the figures here of how many trades we actually have given you guys, how many trades we've actually got correct. So I first want you guys to guess, you know, write down on a pen and paper what you think. So in 30 technical episodes that we've actually given you guys 87 free trades, and out of 87, that's 87 each week, individual analysis, why you believe this is going to happen, giving you guys reasonable targets, and out of 87 trades, 69 of it take profit, which has given you guys an overall calculation of 79% accuracy rate.
Indeed, 79% is quite a substantial, consistent accuracy rate, which we're definitely proud of. And again, if you know about risk reward and you're applying risk reward onto even just half of these trades, then if you're applying a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 risk reward, you guys know that you only have to really be 50 or 60% in the profitable area if you're using that risk reward to be actually profitable in terms of pips if you're using, you know, correct and safe lot sizes overall.
That's right. So 79%, you guys have no excuses, but we know all of you are catching great pips and great profit, because again, we get messages off you all the time. So great work. I'm going to continue to keep it up.
Yeah, so with that being said, I think that's the reason for our Astrofx YouTube channel now scraping just below 100k views. We're actually sat around 95,000 views in just 10 months. So again, we're getting tons of new subscribers week in, week out. Actually had to turn off my email notifications. Some crazy names, so I know all these people are coming in, tuning in from all corners of the globe, which is absolutely awesome.
Oh wait, you should tell, like, I don't know if you got the Snapchat earlier. Did you get the Snapchat?
The baby.
Oh my god. So, like, you know, we put Snapchats out there on Instagram just so you guys can again keep up what we do on a day-to-day basis, and we always get some funny Snapchats. Well, you know what, the first thing I actually want to say thank you is for everyone that Snapchats me that they're watching Technical Tuesdays. That is a great feeling, and you know, I try and print screen your Snapchats and post them on our Instagram just to show the support. But yeah, we had one person Snapchats earlier, and I think it was in Russia somewhere. It was actually a baby in front of a FOREX chart. It was hilarious and made me laugh. So whoever you are, thank you for sharing that with us. That was great.
Okay, so if you're new to Astrofx on the whole and wondering who we are, let's just give you a little bit of
If you don't know who Astrofx are, you are living under a rock, my friend.
So me and Nat, we like to think, and that's what we strive for, is to actually be the pioneers in the FX field, always coming and sharing again in real time our market breakdowns, market analysis, and trading knowledge in general.
That's right. We've been trading for 6+ years, and just 1 year ago, after seeing some really bad quality out there, and especially knowing we could deliver something that was unique and a whole other level, is why we've actually here creating these YouTube videos, and why we actually have Astrofx. In Astrofx, it's crazy to think in 3 days' time we're actually about to approach our 1 year anniversary for our first ever student. So we've been teaching, and we've actually been sold out for the last year. We'll sold out for the next 2 months. It's been absolutely great, but our first ever student was actually Maka.
Yes, now Maka, I'm sure you're watching this, one of our first students who came to us before we even set up base. We used to speak to him just over social networks and so on. He was always interested in the ins and outs of FX. He came in here with no prior knowledge. We did in fact say, don't actually go in and get muddled up with anything online and picking up any bad habits or whatnot. So he came in here with absolutely no FX prior related knowledge whatsoever. Now he's doing brilliant.
Yeah. And the one thing about Maka, which definitely inspires me, that Maka actually came in here and he had no excuses. He came in here, we hadn't actually taught anyone else, so we didn't really have the testimonials or anything to show him. We just said, look, you've known us, on social media for a while. This is what we can do for you. And he actually came in here with not knowing what Forex was properly. He actually had a full-time job, and I think hopefully he's going to quit that job soon. He actually has a daughter he's looking after, and he has a great music career. So out of all those things, he actually didn't have no excuses, and he actually got his piece of the market, really.
Indeed. So on Instagram, we always like to share our students on Instagram, post about them and so on. So you can actually go follow them yourselves, to chat to them, and do what you got to do. So with all of that being said, we know that people out there like to see, the results in their face rather than just a testimonial or whatnot. So what we're actually planning to do in the next few weeks is hold multiple Skype conferences / interviews with some of our students, UK and non-UK, and talk about some of their strengths and weaknesses overall.
That's right. We have many students from all corners of the planet. We've got one of our best students who's actually in Belgium, Robin. Shout out to Robin. We've got students from Indonesia, America, Australia, South Africa, everywhere, and especially here in the UK with obviously our UK course, which we obviously try and record for you guys and put a face to our students. So yeah, hopefully again we just get to just put them all together and just let them share their stories about once they've left the course, how they got on. What strategies have they found most useful, what currency pairs have they favoured most, and that's just a great way to show again what we were able to do for other people, and hopefully what we can do for a lot more people.
Yeah, so we try and be as transparent as possible with all of our students, and so as mentioned, always tagging them on the Instagram. We've got a lot of followers on there. So with that being said, our student base is still actually growing and growing and growing. It's still expanding. May, we've got a few days off now. Next week it's back to work. We have a booked out for the rest of May basically, and then June we're fully booked out for June as well. But with that being said, in July we're taking I think 10 days off because we've actually got a few contacts out in Los Angeles which we're going to see some of our students and new potential students as well.
That's right. So we'll probably be revealing a bit closer to the date where exactly we're going to go in LA. We might even travel a bit around the United States because we know we have such a big following in the United States that if you guys do want to maybe meet up with us, we'll actually hopefully be keeping you up to date on our Instagram, or just shoot us a message and we'll try and organise something again. It's great for us just to meet people, and that's what we're about. It gives us a great feeling to know that we've actually got people that watch and tune in, and we actually help them.
Yeah. So with all of that being said, stay tuned for all of that to come. Now, everything FX. Next points we're going to go on to before we actually get deep into the charts, because since last week we've had some great breakthroughs on some of the currency pairs. But everything FX. Now we've been going on about it for months.
I think I have to apologise first.
Yeah, we're going to apologise for that. However, we're perfectionists because it's such a big project. We don't like giving out shambles. I'm sure you already know that. So we've actually got a launch date now, haven't we, Nat?
Yeah. Before going to the launch date, I'll give everyone that doesn't know and thinks, what the hell is everything FX? Give a little bit more information. So, again, the way that we took on, the education businesses and Forex is, again, we've seen a huge gap. We decided to put our heads together and create something of high quality, and in 1 year, obviously everything speaks for itself. So in the same respect, when people come brand new to Forex and they just want to go online and try to figure out, okay, how does the market run? Can I have some free videos, some free analysis? There's nothing out there. And I hate to bring up anyone else, but when me and Sean were learning, there were websites like FX Street, investing.com, Daily FX, and just tons more, which you go on there believing they're going to be the best help for you, but you go on there and it's just like a skeleton, or
just
web.
Cobwebs of information. It's quite overwhelming at times as well, especially for a newbie. You get attached to one thing, might be an indicator, some kind of new, getting into just so much nonsense. I'm not going to go into it here. It's something that we go further in depth on the course, like in the mistakes and traps and so on. But Everything FX, the actual slogan for Everything FX is simple yet smart.
That's right. So again, we wanted to create something where you could just go on there every single morning, 7, 8 a.m, wherever you guys are across the world, and just simply click today's technicals. And simple as that. It's a complete free page where it's myself, Sean, and a few other traders, which will be just giving our analysis, on our favorite expert pairs. As simple as that. There's no other thing you have to go through. There's nothing that you have to again search for. It's simply there, today's technicals.
Yeah, indeed. So with the platform we've been using so far, which is Twitter, obviously the videos and just our Instagram, sometimes Facebook as well, on the Astrofx Facebook page. That's where we like to share our analysis. We've done it for years. However, it's not, we've mentioned this before, it's not a professional platform, and we're kind of limited on how much we can talk about a specific currency pair or piece of analysis. So again, as Nat said, professional market analysis day in, day out, which is going to be structured, you know, so it's not all over the place, and it's going to be in layman's terms as well, so you know what we're speaking about and you can understand the language.
That's right. On top of that, you know, even we always get questions still, guys. I've found you guys, but what's Forex? And you know, we don't really have the time to actually sit there and explain what Forex is. So again, the website will have very, very easy to watch, quick videos. You want to go on there, you want to know a little bit about Forex terminology, how does buying and selling work, how does transactions work. You know, everything they want to know will basically be simple video format for you guys to watch. On top of that, you're going to have free PDFs, which, you know, myself and Sean and the other traders have actually put together ourselves. You know, just how we would want the market to be presented to us. On top of that, you got technical articles.
Yeah, technical articles is a page, whereas we're going to be focusing mainly some cross currency pairs actually, and more long term bias slash sentiment, where we're going to be putting in the monthly key levels, etc. And along that, technical articles obviously going to have the fundamental slash market moving news, not something that's, you know, scattered everywhere. It's just a major 5% of fundamentals.
So many people get like trapped into, okay, I need to go on 10 different news websites every single morning, and let's be honest, you know, 80% of what you're going to try and look into doesn't even affect the market. So again, the news website that will be on you know, Everything FX will be literally market moving news. You know, we're going to have an economic calendar on there, which you guys can go ahead and check every morning. But on top of that, anything that you're actually reading on there, you know, will be actually be for your benefit. So again, yeah, you've got technical articles, you've got news articles, and we're actually also going to throw a blog in there as well.
Yeah, the blog's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's right, because there's so many important topics on Forex, you know, that's why we have so much stuff to talk about, you know, from how much, you know, kind of pain you've been through, or how much success you've been through, or, you know, indicators that you might have been burnt through robots, you know, other traders you might have, you know, come across, or anything. And there's such great topic talking points that we actually want to create a portal for traders to actually communicate with each other. So again, we'll be highlighting some topics, and all of you guys can go on there for free and just give your say.
Overall, it's going to be for motivational purposes only. There's not going to be no slander in there. It's not going to
nothing
be,
like that.
No egotistical behaviour. It's just people give us their information. You know, we review it. If it's a good if it's a good story to share with other people, then by all means it'll be on there. And the website's just going to be continuously growing over and over and over.
That's right. We actually wanted, like, you know, near 50 to 60% of the website to be free, and you know, again with the partnership that we've got with Everything FX, that's actually going to come true. And again, we're going to have a member section on there, because a lot of people are asking about member sections, and you know, everyone wants signals, everyone wants, you know, different ways to try and help. But again, we've seen a huge gap in the market, which was, we realized from doing courses that people don't want to be spoon-fed, and you know, they don't want to get rebought signals off anyone. You know, they want to be able to figure out, okay, here's a trade which has been given to me, I can actually see why I've actually taken this trade.
Yeah. So it's more of a cheaper way to invest in yourself, but a continuous everyday investment if you're dedicated to FX. And there's also going to be gold in there. So again, we mentioned it before, 5, 6, maybe even 7 currency pairs for you to take your pick with in the members zone. And again, it's just going to be that continuous learning curve overall.
That's right. You know, we're going to be able to give you guys, you know, maybe even 2 scenarios of the day, so you guys are both prepared, because you know, you actually don't know how the market's going to play out when it hits certain key levels. That's why signals and a lot of other stuff actually just doesn't work, and I'm sure you guys know that. So yeah, again, we're going to try and create something which is completely original, which you guys can go on there for free, log in. On top of that, you know, not just give our scenarios of the day, but you actually have to click on our profiles and see what prior trades have actually given, to see if we got that correct. And on top of that, we would even do, like, you know, a weekly catch up, where myself and Sean and the other few traders will be able to talk you through some of the trades that were actually taken, which ones hit take profit, which ones, you know, might have hit stop loss, you never know. And just so you guys completely can log in, and it's just one place to go.
Indeed. So a launch date for FNFX is there Monday now?
Yep, I believe it's Monday the 1st of June. You write that in the calendar.
1st of June. Yeah. However, on the Sunday, the prior evening, we're going to be launching a webinar, probably around, we're going to just think of a time, obviously, for the everyone around the world, but we will be putting it on the video beforehand, Technical Tuesdays, and it's going to be out there. Yeah,
and the reason the webinar is, again, guys, we want to show you what you are getting. There's no point us talking about Everything FX and just, you know, talking about what it is, and you guys have to, you know, pay to see it, nothing like that.
Yeah.
We want to wait for, we're so proud of it, because we've actually, again, put so much work into it, that on the webinar we'll actually be just again, navigating for the whole website. So you guys actually get to see what you're looking at before investing in the members, or, you know, again, it's 60% of it's free. So you guys can actually see, you know, where everything's placed and the best way to actually absorb the information, basically. So everything FX, I want you to get a pen, I want you to get a paper, I want you to write on the 1st of June. We promise we're going to try our hardest to stick to this date. And then again, so just before the 1st of June is a Monday. The day before it, which will be a Sunday, that's when the webinar will be, but we're going to give you more information on the Instagram or on Astrofx YouTube coming up real soon.
Indeed. So now let's get into the technicals and give you some more trade setups.
That's right, we've had a great week.
Yeah.
We've had a great week.
It's been a good week, 2 days, the week's over for us now.
Yeah. So my time to get behind the camera, and I'll pass you over to Sean.
Right guys, let's just get straight into technicals. Now, I haven't got too much to actually cover this week because, and I say I'm out of the market for the rest of the week now, but we are approaching some key levels on the major pairs. Now, first of all, I'm going to start with GBP USD. Last Technical Tuesdays, I gave the a long bias at this level here, just off 1.5100. Since then, as you can see, boom, we've rallied all the way up, made new highs as I actually predicted. We did have the votes and all that kind of crap out there, but all of that's obviously just fake anyway, so we don't want to get too entangled with all of that nonsense, because the market, we can read the market and still make money. Just push all of that crap to the side. Now, as you can see, this is the setup from last week. We broke this little trend line here, we had the crossover, etc. We came up, made new highs, pulled back, and then yeah, Monday morning I did actually post out there the GBP USD long from 5.416 all the way up to 1.5700, and look at that, that's like, it's surpassed it by 5 or 6 pips. Now this is the stuff that keeps me going. This is just I just love it when it hits with such accuracy. So we could get a potential pullback on this one now. Okay, a pullback to 5550, 5525 perhaps. Okay, I'm not going to go in and give any big shot predictions at the moment. I need to wait for the price action to play out a little bit more. However, if we stay above 1.5600, okay, which currently trading at 1.5670, we could in fact take 5750s out. Okay, the next key level I'm looking for on to the upside is in fact 1.5950. So that's just under 300 pips from where we're trading now. I'm not bearish on this pair whatsoever. I know about the cycles of May/June. I know we've came off some major monthly/weekly support. It's just up. Okay, a lot of people did get sucked in to selling after this candle here. However, we were still above support. It's very important to know how to draw the key levels on correctly. Key levels are the base to everything else, from the top to bottom. So just bear that in mind when you're doing predictions overall. And again, big bullish engulfing there. This at the moment, we're not even halfway through the month of May yet. However, this candle is some nasty hammer with a huge tail. Could potentially pierce all the way back up here, but that's my next upside target, 5,900 £4. Aussie dollar, I put a buyout on this yesterday as well, just buy recommendation. A couple people made some nice money off this one, but we're currently in this channel. People trying to sell Aussie as well. I don't see no sales on this, higher lows, etc. Broke out today. The only other thing I will be vigilant of is in fact this here, this trend line. As you can see, the market is reacting to that right now. Overall upside on this one, definitely, from my perspective anyway. We are going to break this 79 0.8 and go all the way up to 0.8250. However, we will see a spike above 0.8100 first of all, and maybe a pullback before we do reach 0.8250. And I'm looking at these on a monthly slash weekly perspective, and there's no sign of weakness at the moment. I do think these are going to pull back up to the upside and go a lot higher, 250 pips down Aussie as well. Euro USD, a lot of people trying to still short this after last month's candle with tweezer bottoms, which I mentioned last week. Currently, monthly candlestick is in fact a doji / spinning top. Last week we closed as a spinning top at resistance. We're currently trapped in this little range, as you can see here. However, once again, we will be, well, I've got the bullish bias. The only thing that will tempt me to go short is a break and a daily close below 1.1050 to go back short. However, as long as we sustain above 1.11 yeah, 1.1110. I'm just going to be focusing on long positions for this one. Getting a little mini pullback now. Let me just see if I can find any kind of intraday setup. Fib, favorite tool. Fib, we are pulling back to the 50. If we scale it down even lower, 1.1190. Watch that level on an hourly chart for potential upside reversals, with short-term targets of 1.13. And overall, I've been saying for 3 weeks now 1.15. So I'm going to stick with my guns on that one. Last chart for today, real simple. Euro yen. Just one key level on here. I can basically read what this is. I followed this pair for so many months. We are coming back up to 1.36. Last month's candle again, spinning top/doji. However, we did have quite a lot of momentum off 127 support. Now, with that being said, as you can see here on the daily refined picture, this peak here is a lower high in comparison to this one. Now, if you go back to volume 18, 19 and 20, we actually caught the whole move from here to here. Caught about 1700 pips that week on 3 pairs. If this can hold above 133.50, we will actually see more upside. Okay, however, at the moment, this kind of looks like a head and shoulders pattern, to be fair. Head and shoulders pattern. We could maybe say that's the neckline, or even this is a neckline, but a break back below here, let's say we have a daily close past 133, I do think we could see a steady decline, okay, on euro yen. But overall, the monthly, last month we had a bullish close, so the upward momentum, a break above 136, this thing's gonna rocket, so just be careful, anybody. Okay, so my bias on this is actually long as well with Euro USD, so I hope that helps. Real short, real simple, give you the targets and the viewpoint, and the wrap up of a great week already since yesterday morning. So I hope that helps, guys, and we'll see you next week.